Honda. Hey, can you get on Facebook? Or YouTube? Good Time Tommy Real Estate or Good Time Tommy on the Facebook. All right, there I am. Good Wednesday morning, everybody. Hope you're doing well. Hopefully you'll get on here and like, comment, and share the stream, including you. How old are you? 20. You're older than this man. How old are you, Ed? 26. If you're on here, say hello. Let me know you're on here. Give me a hello. Give me something. As always, we start every single show, Josh, how?
60 seconds.
60 seconds of gratitude. Now, why do we do something so corny? Why do we force ourselves into 60 seconds of thankfulness?
It's impossible to be negative and positive at the same
Ain't that the damn truth? Good morning, Amanda. Thank you for getting on here. I appreciate you. If you're on, please like, comment, let me know you're on here. But share this stream, okay? You cannot be negative and positive at the same time. So what we do is we force ourselves into a positive thought. This morning, I'm very thankful. I'm thankful this move is over. God, it's almost over. I'm going to need a little help this morning. Could y'all help me just a minute? If we could just go over there and load up a few boxes. Could you help? Do you mind doing that? You promise? You going to go tell your dad? Damn, I go over there and this guy's making me move some. I just live in my old house. You've been in my old house.
Oh, yeah.
You've been there a lot, I hear.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Don't want to get into what you were doing over there, but what were you doing over there?
Just hanging out.
Hanging out. Well, I'm thankful it's over because moving sucks. How many times have you moved, Josh?
4 or 5 times.
4 or 5. God, it's terrible, isn't it? How many times have you moved? How many times have you been kicked out of your apartment?
Never been kicked out.
You've never been evicted?
Never. I'll just squat anyway.
There you go. Amanda, thankful my little one is starting to feel better after a month and a half. Oh, man, that's great. Sorry to hear that. On with the show, but I want to remind some. We got to bring back giveaways to help people share. Have you shared my stream onto your Facebook? Share it onto your Facebook for me, okay? So you're on Instagram. I'm not even paying attention. If anybody's on Instagram, Van, let me know. I'm sorry, YouTube. Excuse me. All right, I want you to answer honestly. If you're paying attention to this, I want you to answer this question extremely 100% all honesty. Do you take pride, personal pride, in being an extremely hard worker? I want to know who thinks they're a hard worker. Josh, are you an extremely hard worker?
Not extremely.
Are you a hard worker?
Well,
Do you take pride? Do you think the way out, the way to solve a problem is by working hard? Let's go to you.
I think that's...
It's like your dad probably tell you the can never work hard enough. Ooh, that comment from Amanda. Give me your opinion.
I think, like the old saying, hard work beats talent. When talent doesn't work hard,
Ooh. See, we're taught these things at an early age. Amanda's been taught that you can never work hard enough. You've been taught you got to work hard to get rich, right?
That's right.
What do you believe, Ed?
You mean like by means of hard work, like physical work?
I don't give a shit. Just tell me. I mean, are you a hard worker? Do you believe in hard work? Why not?
I believe in smart work.
Obviously, it's worked well for you. Proud of you. Do you agree? What about you? What about you, Van?
I believe in smart work as well.
Now, Van, when you got here, let's be honest.
I was more in the camp of hard work gets you everywhere.
Okay. So I've read this book. It's titled this. This is a great concept, okay? The Mule, the Manager, the Magician. I also heard Matt Monero talk about this. Most people take pride in outworking everybody. I'm going to be the hardest worker. So I want you to think about this little agreement that you've got. Here's what you're really saying. Like I've heard Van, I hear somebody else that works here say this. I can just do this myself. I mean, I don't want to have to show him how to do it. He or she's going to slow me down. Hey, Zach, how are you, my man? They're going to slow me down. You ever heard people say that? Have you ever said that? I might as well just go ahead and do this myself. I might as well break my back. I've got this mentality. You've got a mule mentality. You're a hard worker. Going to outgrind. You don't need anybody to help you. They come in. They don't do it as good as you. What it does is it keeps you at a mule level. Do you know what a mule is? Good morning, Non-Tree.
Yep. So
What?
They put like packs on the mule and they walk up and down the mountain.
What are mules known for, Van?
Working hard.
Working hard.
Work until they die. You ever heard that? Work them like a mule. Some people have been taught that their whole life. The way you're going to get ahead, the way you're going to have success, the way you're going to do this is you work hard. You outwork everybody else. You don't need anybody else. You've got this thought, this person don't do it my way. Well, you've got to learn how you evolve. Do you think you can get more done by being a mule or a manager?
A manager.
Why's that?
Because being a manager, you tell the mule what to do.
Okay, this is kind of where you're starting to expand your capacity, because a good manager has to be able to think about all the people that are working there. They've got to be able to control all the mules. For example, I had a mule in my house the other day. Okay, they were helping get stuff down. They were helping load or whatever. I don't know what all they were doing, but I left the mule there. And when I came back, that very mule had been cleaning out a cooler for an hour. Wasn't he? Don't lie. Just go along with the story. Don't bullshit us.
Very good.
Okay, so what is the manager's role whenever their mule is out there just dicking off?
Getting us. Getting
See,
taken off.
managers have to have the capacity to be aware of more things going on. Mules are just so focused on what they're doing. Should, in theory, one person outperform 4 people?
No.
That's right. So when you're a mule, what you need to understand, what you should understand is, hey, you're not only a mule, but a slow mule, I'm hearing from one of our.
Yes. It's Hayden or Drew.
Well, no, why did you guess that? You sound angry.
I'm not angry. I was just guessing.
Let me guess. It was Hayden or Drew, my brother. The people that know me. Okay, so look, you can be a mule and you can take pride in being a mule. But here's what people have got to understand. To work through these categories, you're going to have to start off as a mule. You're going to have to know the grind. You're going to have to know the hard work. You're going to have to build this awareness. So whenever you become a manager, you can see and tell what they should be doing. If you haven't been a good mule, you can't really be a good manager, because I don't know. Don't be a mad slow mule. Oh, so understand the progressions. You need to think, I'm going to outgrow this mule. I don't want to be a mule. I want to be a manager. Being a manager, I have awareness of what everybody. Like, how often do I ask you what you doing? If I ever ask you that, Van?
Yeah.
How often?
Pretty often.
Do I ever ask you? Okay, that's because I got to know what's going on. I got to know what you're doing, because what if you're in a rut? What if you're stuck? My job is to help get you out of that. My job is to bring awareness to your focus. That's what the manager does. So the other day I had the mule over there cleaning out a damn cooler that I gave him. Van, how long did you hear he was cleaning out that cooler?
Like an hour.
Maybe 2 hours. What do you think about that? That's what the mule did. They got a damn free gift and they sit there and abuse their powers over there. Okay, so mule, manager, are we clear on the two? What is the difference between a mule and a manager, Jish?
Mule has a small brain. Manager has a little bit bigger of a brain.
Good morning, Chris Clark. Well, I don't want you to. This is not an intelligence thing, okay? Because there's a lot of smart mules out
When I
there.
say small brain, I don't mean dumb. I mean they're only focused on themselves.
There you go.
There you go.
There you go. And what they don't realize is they have a limited capacity. Okay. Well, whenever you move to a manager, you're giving. Also, mules are control freaks. They want their work done properly. I would not want anybody to see this work done like that. So managers learn to turn control over. They're not perfectionist. You got to outgrow that stuff. And the rates are going to drop, man. They're coming down. Met Zach Drew. They coming down. The 2-year, it's crashing right before our very eyes. Well, I mean, we're into a recession. I mean, whenever they finally tell us we'll be recovering, but we're definitely in recession. Okay, the last thing that you want to get to, it's called the magician. The magicians are people that have probably put 20,000 hours into their craft. Like good people, great people are 10,000 hours, but the magicians, 20,000 hours. I can usually come in there because I've been doing this business now 20 years. I can usually go in there and look at one thing and say, Van, something don't feel right here. Do I ever do that, Van?
Yes.
Am I usually right?
Yes.
It's just because of the awareness over 20 years you just develop it. This morning I'm with Floyd at breakfast. That dude's a magician. A magician can come in, their presence alone can come in and elevate everybody there. They come in and everybody's just operating at a higher level. They can come in and they can take a complicated problem that the manager can't figure out, and the magician can do this. You see what I'm saying? The magicians can snap their fingers and they can create success. They can snap their fingers and they can make something simple to understand. The magician does not have to be as present as the manager. The manager's got to be there at all times, but the magician could come in, get things back rolling. So where do you want to be? Go ahead, Josh.
Can you be a magician without having managers and mules?
Can you be a manager without a mule?
No. I mean, I guess you could, like, of yourself, but then I guess you'd be.
I mean, if you're a manager and you don't have a mule, you're a hybrid.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
You're a managing mule. Okay? Now, some people, yeah, you could take some people, like, they could just be a solopreneur. And, I mean, they could do it long enough and they can take simple things or complicated things and solve them extremely quick. But to evolve, to be, and here's why we're talking about this. We're talking about this to expand your capacity. We're talking about this to how do you bring in people? How do you lead people? How do you grow? How do you have a better life? Because this ain't about making more money. Whenever you become a manager, it's not just about money, it's about freedom, it's about time. How can I have more time? I don't want to have to do all this shit. Who can help me with this? Who can we put in this role and it expands? We extrovert out into the universe and I have more time. We're going, it's always about money. No, it's not always about money, Andre. Would you rather have time or money? It takes a lot of money to have. It's a trick question. Would you rather have time or money? I wonder what Andre's going to say. Because it takes money to create time. Do you see what I'm saying? You can have money and not have any time. But for the most part, the people, I like being the owner, creating value and building business. I like the same rather have experience. I lost my train of thought. Time but money has little to do with it. Time but money has a little. Well, you really can't have time unless you've got money. Time is free. Time is not free. Shit. How much do I have to pay for my time around here? Was about $60,000 a month, but now we're dropping it. Zillow saves time. Why does it save time? They call us. Time is the most expensive thing ever. Shut us down, Vin Grafton.